Following on from the previous video where we showed you how to nest functions in a formula, I thought I'd show you a couple more examples using the HighestHigh function. So I'm going to create a new tool. So click on the new menu, script tool to bring open the script editor window, and I'm going to call this 3-month high. And as I type, it's added it on the left, and I'm going to drag that down into my tools folder just so that it's easier to manage. Now, because we selected the new tool from the menu, the user's indicator box is already ticked, and we want to apply it to the same view. So that means the same price scale as where the tool is applied. So I'll show you an example of that when we create it. But in the editor window, I'm going to start typing HighestHigh, select it from the list. Click on the text, change the look back type to months, change the period or the amount to 3, and I want to include the current bar. So when I update that, edit that script, close the editor window, that tool is now in my toolbox. So if I right click and go to hit 3 on my keyboard, it appears at the top, 3-month high. And I can select that, and that's now added that line to the chart. And I'm going to change the properties. I'm going to right click and show in price scale. So as we zoom in, the 3-month high for Facebook is this bar here. So it's 121.08, and you can see that's reflected in the price scale. But what if we wanted the highest closing price rather than the highest high? So this is where the nesting function comes in. So if we right click on that tool, go to the pencil, open up the script editor again, in the HighestHigh function inside the parentheses, I'm going to click and place the cursor and start typing close, and then open and close brackets, and then the comma to complete the formula. When I click apply, accept the changes, that line will now be modified, so it's now showing the highest closing price of 120.5, and you can see that that bar there is now above the highest close, but that's because the actual highest closing price was the day before that at 120.5. So now that's in our toolbox, we can put that on volume as well. So if I right click in the volume panel, go to the tools. Now this is a list of my most recently used tools. So as 3-month high was the last one I used, it's at the top, so I can just select that and put it on there. Might have to squeeze the price scale there so you can see all of that. And similarly, if I put it in an RSI, so I can right click, go to the tools, and then 3-month high, and it draws it on the RSI. So that's all well and good for applying it to a chart, but what if I wanted to do a script for a scan or a show bar or a watch list column? So I'm going to add a column here. So new script column, highest high. So let's say I want to know the highest volume over the last 10 days. So I can keep the look back type to bars, change it to 10. But before that, I'm going to type VOL brackets comma. So now that's going to look at the highest high volume over the past 10 days for each of those stocks. So that's added it to the watch list column there. One last quick thing I'll show you is a scan to find the 52-week highs. So searches, scanning manager. Here's the scan I've already set up. If I click on the window there, the button to bring up the script window, you can see I've got close greater than the highest high over the last 12 months. And but let's say instead of the highest high, I wanted the highest close. So I'll click in that formula, type close, comma, and then that's completed. Click apply, accept the changes, and then execute scan. So yesterday there were 18 new 52-week high closes in the S&P 500. I can open results as a watch list, click on any of them, and you can see that they're all new closes, high closes. So if we then save this as this watch list in a workbook, because this is now linked to the scan, that 52-week high scan. So when we come in tomorrow, it'll automatically when we open the workbook, it'll automatically rerun that scan and this list will be repopulated. So similarly, one more scan, we can do a volume scan as well. So this example, I've got volume greater than the 2-week volume. So again, this is based on the S&P 200, ASX 200 in Australia. Execute the scan, and then we have 9 results. So yesterday 9 companies had their highest volume in 2 weeks. Hope that's been useful. Any questions, please let us know.